You know what? Since you came onto here to try to lower your screen time, let's see how much your screen time is. Go on now, check. I bet it's more than 3 hours. And for the high ones, they're probably double digit. So let's get an average. Let's say 8. 8 hours. You have 24 hours in a day. And 8 hours is 1/3 of it. And if you extrapolate that throughout the whole year or throughout your whole life, that's 33 whole years spent on your phone, just staring at it. Not even including sleeping, just directly staring at your phone, scrolling away, or doing whatever you're doing on your phone. Think about that, 33 whole years. That's not even including sleeping, eating, anything. It's just purely staring at the phone. Do you realize how much time you're wasting? Do you realize the potential you could have had? You could have put all that 33 whole years into one craft, into one art, and you could have made billions. 33 whole years, think about that. That's how many hours? That's 280,000 hours spent on one single thing. If you took all of that hours into practicing one art, do you know where you would be? You'd definitely be a billionaire if you learned how to monetize it. And maybe 1/3 of the time you're spending it on something useful, like perhaps doing your homework. But the rest of the 2/3, you're just scrolling away at your phone mindlessly. You don't even remember what you just watched like a few minutes ago. I bet you can't tell me 3 things that you would actually remember for the rest of the month or even the rest of the week. Tell me 3 things that you can remember the next week that you learned from shorts, that you learned from scrolling. I bet you can't even tell me 2. Maybe you struggled to come up with 1. Like, well, this is gonna help me prepare for university. University is in years. Well, even if you just graduated, you don't need to watch those shorts about university. Watch a full-length video on how to prepare for it. And that's only one thing. Think of 2 more that's actually useful that you're gonna implement in the next month. If you don't implement it in the next month, you're probably gonna forget it forever. Think about the most important thing you've learned from scrolling in all of your years of scrolling. Come up with the most important thing you learned. And the second most important thing you learned. You probably forgot 90% of it. That means you wasted 90% or even 99% of all of the time you've spent scrolling. The 33 years times 0.99, how much is that? Let's see. 33 years times 0.99. That's 32.67 years. That means you didn't even spend one single year learning anything useful, because 99% of things are forgotten. You spent 32.67 years of your 33 years just wasted. You don't even remember anything. It's just like a blackout. Do you realize how stupid this is? And even if you spend like 2 hours on your phone every day, that's still Let's see how many hours a year. Let's see how many hours in your whole life. You get 8.3 whole years spent on your phone. That's 2 hours of screen time. Now you get the gravity of this. You get how much time you're wasting. If I just put everything in perspective for you. Previously, you were just mindlessly scrolling. You didn't even know how much time you're spending. You just look at the time. You just look at the hours like, 6 hours today. 7 hours tomorrow. You don't even know the gravity, how much time you're actually spending. 8 years. 33 years. If you want to become successful, you have to stop screen time. Not only that, when you go walk around throughout the whole day after you've just scrolled, your brain's empty, your brain's rotten. You've just indulged in so much dopamine that everything else seems so boring. That's why you think you're depressed. That's why everything else is boring. That's why you keep scrolling, because that's the only fun thing you can do. Everything else is too hard, too boring. If you're gonna keep scrolling, your brain's gonna slowly rot away. Just a few weeks ago, I was scrolling. I can show you. You can see. Just a few weeks ago, I was spending 6 hours on YouTube. Just watching. I wasn't even scrolling shorts. I was watching long format videos. And look at now. I decreased it by so much by just getting rid of YouTube, getting rid of all those social media. The reason I'm recording this video is because I just overcame it. Just a few weeks ago, I was having 6 hours of screen time, and now I'm having 1 hour, 30 minutes. I lowered it by 6 times. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can do that as well. I've already told you the gravity of the situation, so you should be angered at yourself. You should be furious that you've wasted so much time. You probably wasted at least 1 whole year scrolling already. 1 whole year just staring at this phone, mouth breathing. That's disgusting. You should be disgusted as well. I deleted a few weeks ago. I didn't know I could delete YouTube on my phone. I didn't, because my phone came with YouTube. I didn't know how to delete it. But just a few weeks ago, I discovered that you could disable it on your phone. I couldn't delete it, but I disabled it. Now, my screen time dropped by 600%. And you may say, look, you're using a crutch. You're using a crutch. You could use your discipline to fix your phone. You could use your discipline and willpower to fix your screen time problem. You're just undisciplined. Why would you keep YouTube or any social media on your phone at all that entices you every single day? You need to use your willpower, your discipline to resist it. You have to waste so much energy just not to do it, when you can use all of that energy into something much more productive, much more useful in your life. For example, you could use that willpower to work on your business, because if you use that, willpower is a store in your body. It's like energy. The more willpower you use, the less willpower you have right now, but you could also build it like a muscle. So why would you waste your willpower on something so you have less willpower today to do the task you're supposed to do? This is just like how to fix junk eating, how to fix stress eating. Just do not keep junk food in your house. Do not keep social media on your phone. Keep it in the store. Keep social media in the app store. Just don't download it. And that's going to introduce friction into watching YouTube or watching whatever you want to watch, or whatever you spend the most time on. Delete TikTok. Right now, I want you to delete every single social media on your phone, including YouTube. You know that you can watch YouTube on Google. So after you watch this video, delete YouTube as well. And watch the videos on Google. That's going to introduce so much more friction. You have to type YouTube up, and that's shameful because you have to spend so much energy, so much more time to just get a few moments of dopamine, of pleasure, instant gratification that waste your time. So you next time you want to watch YouTube or whatever, you go on YouTube, you're actually going to watch something useful. You're actually going to, like, if you're trying to start a business, you're not just going to get caught up on the home screen because you have a goal, a purpose in mind. You type YouTube up to search something up, to watch a certain type of video. You don't just mindlessly scroll on it. And do that also for my next few videos because they come in a series. My videos come in a series. Last video was about porn. You fix that first, and then you can fix this. After you fix your screen time, you can fix something else. And then you can improve more and more until you can actually be called a man, because right now you're a boy, just subject to your addictions, just controlled by your vices, by your emotions. After you delete all of your social media, I bet that's going to be the single thing that stops you, that cuts your screen time by half, or like me. And also, video games. I forgot about that because I haven't played video games in so long. If I remember, 2 years ago was the last time I played a single video game. I deleted every single video game on my phone, and it was painful because I spent so much time into it. I was coping and saying, look, I spent so much time on it, it's going to be a waste of time if I delete it. But I've already wasted that time. It's already wasted. If you keep it on your phone, you're going to waste even more time. If you delete it, that's going to be the time saver. And after I deleted all my games, I quit cold turkey. I'd never played a single game after that. Maybe I did hang out with my friends for a little. I played maybe half an hour of video games with them, but I wasn't into it. I wasn't addicted. I could just stop any moment if I wanted to, but you can't. Delete every single video game on your phone. Why would you keep them on your phone if they just waste your time? You're spending your time and energy into this fake world that can be destroyed at the snap of a finger. It could just be destroyed so quickly. Why would you spend your energy into a fake world when there's a real world around you right now? There's a real world around you that you could be building yourself in. And that's much more fun to build yourself in. It takes a lot more discipline, a lot more willpower. It's a lot more painful, but when you get there, it's going to be a lot more fun. If you keep playing video games, you're just bringing your pleasure that you're supposed to have, that you will have if you're disciplined and chase your goals. You're taking that pleasure and bringing it to right now so that later you can suffer. And I bet that later you will hate you for that. Hate. It's a strong word, hate and regret. So you better stop right now. delete everything. It's going to be painful for the next few days. You're going to be like, I want to go back. I don't know what to do. I need to scroll. I can learn so much more things on it. You're going to start coping. You're going to start making excuses to go back. Whenever you get those thoughts, be mad at yourself that you cannot control yourself. You cannot control your own thoughts, because you know the reason you deleted all those social media, all that stuff, is because it's wasting your time. It's not worth the time you've spent into it. And now you're coping to get it back with some band-aid excuses that don't even last. You're gonna realize that your excuse is not valid after you've scrolled for 5 hours, and you're gonna regret it and delete it again. But you're making yourself more prone to installing it and then watching it again. You know, in the past few weeks that I've deleted YouTube, that I've gotten rid of all the social media, I've coped a lot. I've tried. I wanted to enable YouTube again, to download it again, to get it again. I wanted to get all the social media again. There's the desire, that's cope, but I have a concrete mindset. Develop a concrete mindset that does not allow any slack. Nothing can mold it. Nothing. No excuse can mold it. It's concrete. And you will not scroll. You will not waste your time. Once you have that mindset, you quit cold turkey. That can last. For the next week or month, you're probably gonna start coping. You're probably gonna start making excuses, but that's just natural. I'm also going through that phase of boringness in my life, because previously I've filled it with so much pleasure. Now everything is gone. I don't have anything on my phone. I cannot scroll. It's so boring. Every day I'm just sitting there doing nothing. Scrolling seems so enticing, but I don't enable YouTube. And you can see the progress I've made, and the progress that you can make as well. And you know, if you want to introduce more friction, turn on airplane mode on your phone. That's what I used to do when I didn't know I could disable YouTube. I just turn on airplane mode, and every single time I go on my phone, I have to turn off airplane mode to do whatever I needed to do. That's the only way to fix your addiction. The single best and only way. Keep the app in the store. Keep the junk food in the store. And you're not going to think about it. You're going to slowly forget about it until you don't rely on YouTube for dopamine. And you're going to start enjoying life a whole lot more. Right now I'm starting to experience it already. I'm enjoying the walks outside. I'm enjoying working on my business, because previously I'm scrolling away. Business seems too hard. I don't want to talk for half an hour straight on the camera. I don't want to work on my business. I don't want to type up what I need to type up. I don't want to work on a script. But after I've gotten rid of YouTube, the single funnest thing and the best thing to do is to work on my business. Nothing else is important. Nothing else is fun. So that's why I'm out here recording. Last night I just finished building my mentorship program. You can click the link in the description to get to book a qualification call. Because if you're not qualified, if you're not worthy of being mentored, I'm not going to mentor you. If you're not willing to put things on the line, willing to sacrifice lots of things for your success, then why should I sacrifice my time for your success when you don't even believe in it, when you don't even want to achieve it? You have to put things on the line. You have to sacrifice. Book a call in the link in the description. I want to see if you're actually qualified to get mentorship from me. It's similar in school. I have a few friends that I mentor in school. Most of the people, most of the degenerates, they're not even worth mentoring because they're not willing to put things on the line. They're not willing to sacrifice for the success. They're not determined. So why should I mentor them? There's not going to be much progress anyway. I'm just wasting my energy. So I'm choosing the people who are actually determined to change, to mentor. That way I'm not wasting my energy and time. And it's the same with you. I bet that you are. I bet that if you watch this far, you're probably determined to change. You're probably willing to sacrifice a lot for your personal success. And I believe in you. Join the mentorship program so I can bring you to my position, bring you to my height. And I'm going to keep developing myself so I could bring you even higher. But the most important thing, you have to be willing to sacrifice for it. I have to tell if you're fit to join my mentorship program. If you haven't watched the last video, go watch it. That's the most important. That's the step before step 2, quitting porn. After you do that, you can then fix this. And in the next video, I'm going to post the next episode. And brother, I believe in you. You will make it. But the second step towards your personal success is fixing your screen time.